Greetings here. This is Wyvernfall Gaming, and today I will be showing you something really awesome I built in Minecraft. Now, I'm sure all you fans are familiar with this. All you fans and comrades are familiar with the setting of Lord of the Rings. Well, I built part of Minas Tirith in Lord of the Rings now. I mean, Lord of the Rings Minecraft now. So here it is. Yeah, I have a mod that adds Lord of the Rings into Minecraft. So first off, I only built the 5th, 6th, and 7th tier of the city so far, as you can see. As you can see here, the build work in progress, but here's kind of a sneak peek of it. So I'll start at the highest tier, how about that? So here's the Citadel of Gondor, Minas Tirith, the white tree over there, and the fountain over there. And then here's the Tower of Ecthelion / Citadel. Huge throne room. Then past that is this huge hall. And a garden over here. Then fiefdom flags, as you can see here. Really big banquet hall. So yeah, here are some nice traders over here to buy stuff from. As you can tell, big sort of fortress. By the way, the mods I'm using, of course, since you're wondering, is the Minecraft Lord of the Rings mod, the Minecraft Lord of the Rings War of the Ring submod, so as to finish unimplemented features, and the mumakil submod, so as to have elephants. Yeah. Here's sort of a Citadel library. On the other side this is my room, since I'm with the King of Gondor. Here's a war room. So as you can see, I can command Gondorian armies and stuff. So, for example, these are the forces of Anorian. These are the forces of the Blackroot Vale. These are Ithilien, Dolamroth, Pelagir, Lebanon, Wazanark, Lamedon, Penithgillen, and then here's a sort of combat arena. And here's a storage area. A lot of paintings here. A bit more archery practice and total combat training. And this is a castle, not a barracks. Then here I'm going up the Tower of Ecthelion itself. So there's a commander there. Wait, yeah. Here's sort of a plant here. Well, close as I can come to it, and the tower that I'm in. And then so that's like the Tower of Ecthelion there. But then there's the Feast Halls of Marathon. Enormous feast halls for the ruling nobles of Gondor. Yeah. However, the bulk of the feast halls of Marathon are down here. As you can tell, it is a huge building. Then, here at the Southern Great Guest House, one of the great guest houses of Gondor, and sort of a luxury inn for the Gondorian nobles. Yeah. And then there's the House of Coffers, basically the treasury. Here's the other great guest house, the northern one. These are, of course, just rooms as usual. Definitely really nice place. Then here's the fountain. And then here's a gatehouse leading out to the pier. Just keeps going on and on and on. Then here's the beacon tower where you light the beacons. And here's the edge. As you can see here, that I do have the outer wall of the workers' tier built, so yeah, it's work in progress built. Eventually the city will extend all the way down there. So far I have the Citadel and the Master's tier and the Sage's tier constructed, as seen throughout all that. Really cool building though. This way. Now I'm over in the Master's tier, essentially the place where the nobles live. And here's like a market. And then here, as you can see, are many different mansions. For the wealthy and affluent people of Gondor. And yeah, another example. The mansions are more or less uniform, but you get the idea. Then here's the Dome of the Sun. big governing strategic coordination center with a very nice layout. As you can see from here, like a war map. And then here's the Dome of the Sun itself. Yeah. Notice the elven torches. The Master's tier is pretty much below, you still see those. Lower down the city is more just regular torches. As you can see, elven torch. Here are the Citadel Guard barracks. High quality military training area here. Both a sparring arena, archery practice, and training dummies. Then mess hall and barracks. Armory. War room. Commander, so I can recruit all sorts of, or that I can recruit all sorts of base thundering troops from, including Citadel Guard. Oh, and this Secretary General to recruit Rangers Affiliate to fight for me. Then battlements here, more mansions, the houses of healing, so like big apothecary. In the books it was mentioned as surrounded by gardens, hence I built this. Mansion as far as the eye can see. The market's 2 stories. Then there's the chambers of the city. Sort of an administrative hub. This is a particularly ornate mansion, even by the standards of this area of the city. Then here is the high stables of Minas Tirith. Basically, very ornate stables. Those are gold trimmed wood, by the way. And that's Dwarven stonework. Here's the tavern. More mansions. More mansions. And then here's the Bergsman's Fellow Hall. Very significant war location. Really kind of administrative role. And then here's the Fair Hall, where the apothecaries of the House of Healing are based from. Then here's the Cold Hall, where the dead are prepared to be buried. Then here's Fen Hall and the closed door. Haven't built the halls of the dead or the Observatory yet, but this is apparently supposed to lead into them. And I will build that. It's that the city is incomplete currently. Here's the Sage's tier, the last tier that I've actually finished. As you can see, a general house layout is pretty good here, but nothing like... It's nothing like the big mansions in the mansion tier. Here's kind of an observatory. As you can tell, this is like a telescope, this is like a sundial. This is like where there's navigation equipment are. I think it's called like a sextant or something. Yeah, then there's maps. There's basically a giant observatory. Yeah, it's called the House of the Heavens, and it's basically an observatory. Plenty of room to stargaze from. Here's the scriptorium, basically the bureaucratic hub of record keeping. Essentially, countless archives to keep records at. Documents. Then this way, more houses and the upper stores. Basically a stockpile of food and such in case a siege. Then here's the tavern. And some pavilions and tables for like philosophical discussion. I did the Sage's tier after all. Four houses in one. Yeah, it's more and more mansions and houses here. Nothing big. But then this way is the old archives. These are essentially the archives that Gandalf used to find information and during the first Lord of the Rings movie. Then this place is a barracks, albeit a smaller one. Those are training dummies, by the way. Oh yeah, those are just more mansions and houses. Then here are the archives of Orendil. Essentially big archives and libraries. Fancy ones, in fact. More homes. The Black House, also known as the Sage's Hall. essentially huge archives. And it's sort of like a Sage's Guild. Yeah. So then... I'm gonna mark it. Statue. This is around where the gates to the 4th tier is going to be when I build that. Again, the city's still under construction, hence the incomplete stuff. Here's another inn. Here's the Houses of War. Essentially a gigantic library, but first I'll show the other areas. More pavilions, and the Hall of Air, which is a theater. But yeah, the Houses of War are over here. Essentially a mega library. Something that puts a great library of Alexandria to shame, man. So here's like kind of the first room. This area is dedicated towards Arnor/Bree lore. And by extension Angmar and the Shire. Yeah. Then this is just general lore, information, etc. This is like Gondorian stuff. As you can see, it's like artifacts and exhibit. Orcish lore here. Dwarven here. More generic lore. Upstairs here in the archives are the Elven the Elven archives, essentially. With Elven cloaks and the Elven chisels, ropes, etc. on display. Then another room over is the whole other area of the library. The entire section of the library dedicated to the Northmen of the various kingdoms and such throughout Western and Northern Middle Earth. Then here's sort of like a Wood Elven area / Scaldrum area. Malorn and brick samples. Yeah. Then up here is basically an area dedicated to destroying war. Wayne Rider armor over there. Gilded Ishling armor. Banners. Gilded iron. Architecture. Horns, fire pots, yeah. Books. Then like the Haradrim War area. Books everywhere, mumakil skull. Also known as elephant. Corsair weapons. Dark Numenorian armor, Haradrim robes. Haradrim sacrificial dagger. Flags, etc. Wildman War, so like basically, archives dedicated to Elendings, Hillmen. Bjornings, Manavandwaith, and the Lozoth of Wartel and Zelnings. Then just more and more archives. So yeah, just go on and on. Although I just showed you the last of them. So the Houses of War, the greatest archives of Gondor. And that's so far what I built of Minas Tirith. Nowhere near what it'll be like in the end. This is like the uppermost city. But I built a pretty good area of Minas Tirith in Minecraft, and it will finish it. So there's that. Nice. So this is wyvernfall Gaming, and see ya, comrades.